Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Downshift. My name is Orest. Today we are analyzing 5 of the best Corvette C8s that I have seen thus far. And believe me, these cars are not stock, which is pretty much the point of the video today. It's to see how much more attractive these cars can look with aftermarket parts. I will also link the social media in case you were looking for some inspiration or if you wanted to go ahead and follow the individuals that own these cars. As usual, I am inserting a caution here. I want to say that I obviously haven't seen every single Corvette C8 that has been modified, so these are only vehicles that I have recently come across or that I've known about for some time and felt that they deserved a spot in this video. I also don't know any of these people personally, except for the first one. And as a final warning, I'm not going to be mentioning modified C8s that are very well known across YouTube because their respective owners have such large social media followings already. I believe that would just be way too predictable. I'm here to show off more of the unknowns because I want to help the little guys. Although I think one of them has a pretty large Instagram, so you'll have to forgive me for that. So I will go ahead and give the honorable mention to people like TJ Hunt, Mike aka StreetSpeed717, Emilia Hartford, and Mike aka Chevy Dude. There are just so many countless others, so I'm not going to list everyone, but I do love what people are doing with these Corvettes, and honestly, I'm very happy that this car has drawn such a younger crowd, because it's exactly what Chevrolet were going for. By the way, these are not in any particular order, so here we go. Number 1. C8 Toronto. So this Corvette C8 we personally know and we have met up with a couple of times. I say C8 Toronto because his Instagram handle is obviously C8 Toronto. So this vehicle I really like because he went with what I consider a more simple color, which is white. But it just looks so good with everything he has done and is still doing. He has the black painted racing stripes going down the car and the black high-wing spoiler, so you have a nice black-white contrast, but the aftermarket mods is where it gets really fun. He went with a larger wheel and tire setup, going with 20-inch in the front and 21s in the rear. The rims are Savini SV F1 wrapped in Pirelli tires. He has also wrapped his roof in gloss black, but it's different than the way we ended up doing ours, since he also did the sides, and I have to say that it does look really good. He also recently put on the carbon fiber 5EM ground effects kit. He has a painted engine cover, and the last time we saw him he had the Fab Speed Sport Cats, but I believe he is doing a little bit of experimenting now, and he's changed to the Hennessy Performance exhaust. So I'd say it's easily the most modified 2020 C8 that I have seen in person. Ours is quite modified, but I think he's gone over and above. And that is exactly why it is a no-brainer for this list. Number 2. Boosted C8. The exact Instagram handle for this one is boosted.c8. This spec is a shadow gray metallic with S101SC HRE wheels that are 20 in the front and 21 in the rear. The owner has also gone and fitted a MagnaFlow exhaust, which I'm sure sounds incredible. However, my favorite touch of the entire build is the custom purple painted calipers, which is a nice little touch, especially against that gray paint. It's always nice to have something so unique that nobody else will have. On the topic of brakes, he upgraded to the gyro disc 2-piece slotted rotors, as well as direct fit axles that can handle up to 400 horsepower. To top it all off, he has the carbon fiber 5EM ground effects kit, which obviously adds to the aggression. In case you were wondering, the owner owns a supercharger company, and that's why it's called Boosted C8. I don't believe the actual C8 is supercharged or turbocharged, but I could be wrong. If you know the owner, tag him in the comments. Number 3. Gabe Florido. The exact Instagram for this build is gabe.design. So this car I've seen on a few different Instagram pages, and I wasn't able to find the source for quite some time, but I have located it just in time for this video. So this is a satin black C8 due to the paint protection film, which changes the shine on the gloss paint. Just to clarify, it's PPF and not a wrap. It has the Vossen Evo 5R wheels, which are 20 in the front and 21 in the rear. It has the Fab Speed X-Pipe and Sport Cats, a red engine cover, Cook's headers, KW coilovers, which is why it sits so nicely, the 5VM ground effects kit, and finally something that I haven't seen on any other Corvette C8, which is a custom carbon fiber trunk clip, which is made by a company called RSC Tuning. I have to say I really like the look of this build because I'm a huge fan of satin, and the spoiler is just something you never see. I think this one looks so good simply because he didn't just go with black wheels to completely murder out the car. So the wheels just completely pop out at you in a positive way. Well done. Number 4. Alex Lawn from Toxic_Garages. This is probably one of the most modified C8s I have seen on the internet. Now, I know that TJ Hunt is currently building a wide-body C8, but I think these guys probably beat him to it. The build is done by LTMW or LT Motorworks, so for the specs it has Toyo tires with the white tire writing just like our car, except the difference is we painted ours with a Sharpie and these are definitely tacked on with industrial glue, so they are a bit more chunky and more noticeable. It wears the LD97 T6 V3 wheels, which have a very large dish in the rear. My guess is 20 in the front and 21 in the rear, as it's a recurring theme for the best look, but I cannot confirm at this point. If anybody knows the owner, tag him in the comments to confirm because I'm sure that some people are going to be interested. It is also apparently the one and only C8 so far with air ride, and you can tell with just how slammed it is in some of the photos. It has a full wide body on it from Pandem USA, which is apparently built in Japan, and with that it has one of the largest and wildest wings that I have ever seen on a Corvette C8. But it makes complete sense for a build like this. If this wide body kit wasn't enough, it also has carbon fiber all over, which is made by C7 Carbon. Finally, to top it all off, it has a Borla exhaust. Crazy stuff. Number 5. Cardi C. The Instagram is Cardi_C_8. This one I found somewhat recently and it really isn't too modified, but I haven't seen a Zeus Bronze in person yet and this one just looks way too clean. I also already gave you some heavily modified C8s on this list, so I wanted one that was a little more tame. First of all, the color combinations on this are absolutely perfect. I wouldn't change anything. As I said, it's the Zeus Bronze with a natural dipped interior and the contrast is just lovely. The yellow calipers and the satin gold S1 X5 Anarchy wheels go together incredibly well. The wheels are a 20 in the front and a 21 in the rear. Now I'm not too sure about the tire setup, but I have to say it looks pretty much perfect on the metallic Zeus Bronze color. The only additional mod that I would recommend is to throw on some carbon fiber and you're pretty much good to go. So I hope you enjoyed my list of modified C8s that I admired so much I ended up sharing them with all of you. If there are any more awesome C8s that you think I should see, then definitely post the Instagram or the source in the comments below. Also, which one of these 5 stood out to you the most? The truth is that there are some brilliant options here on this list, and I'm sure the owners would greatly appreciate the support, so go ahead and follow them if you've taken a liking to their build. But do not forget about us here at Daily Downshift. If you've enjoyed this sort of content, then definitely consider subscribing and give us a like as it greatly benefits our channel. As always, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.